quick information about direct and indirect relationships. So direct relationships are relationships where as one variable increases, the other variable also increases. Inverse or indirect relationships are whereas one thing increases, the other thing decreases. So direct relationships, an example from our gas laws is that as temperature increases, so does pressure. So what we see is a positive slope if I were to graph them for those of you who think graphically. As one thing increases, so does the other, and we get a positive slope. Now, increases and then decreases is like when you increase volume, if I make my container bigger, then I'm going to see a decrease in pressure, which is going to result in a negative slope. So direct relationships, both will do the same. So if I increase one, the other increases. If I decrease one, the other decreases. Inverse relationships, they will do the opposite. Okay? If I increase one, the other will decrease. If I decrease one, the other will increase. Many of you asked, how do we take inverse relationships or a direct relationship and turn them into an algebraic, if I can spell that word, expression? Algebraic obviously just means multiply or divide and use variables. So the way we do that is an inverse relationship always implies multiplication, and a direct relationship always implies division. You see a number here represented as k, and this is just a constant. So if I'm holding all of my other variables the same, and I change temperature in some way, pressure will change in the opposite or in the same way to keep this number constant. So for instance, if I have 3 times 5 equals 15, and then I go ahead and I increase my pressure to, let's say I decrease my pressure to 1, then automatically, in order for the gas laws to work, so based on gas behavior, the decreased pressure will cause an increase in volume to 15 liters. So as one goes down, in order to keep the same constant, the other must go up because they are multiplied together. Now the opposite works for a direct relationship. As one goes down, the other must also go down. So if my temperature is originally, let's say here we have 2 divided by 30 equals 15. Okay. Now, if I increase this number to 60, I must also increase this number to 4 in order for my constant to stay the same. So the constant is what stays the same, and any change is dictated to both variables based on their relationship. Okay? Inverse, multiply. Direct, divide.